Hello and welcome to the Aqua Empire office. This is where all the horrible stuff like taxes and things like that gets done, but also where the exciting things get done. This is where we order all the fish. So, the office is good and bad. But anyway, today it's a good thing because what I want to show you guys is the full SOBO range of battery air pumps. I'm only missing one here, but I'm not a fan of that other one. So, we're actually missing nothing. What I'm going to do is go through a few of them here and test them in my experience with them, because I have been selling these for a number of years, except for the two new ones, which the big boys, which these guys actually came out only a month or so ago. But we have tested them and I'm about to give you a bit of feedback. Alright, so I'm going to start off with these two. Now, I think everybody's used these before. I don't know if I should really go through it, but I'm just going to talk about it quickly. So these are two battery operated ones, but batteries that you buy from the store, like pen light batteries, or these are actually, it's like those big fat torch batteries, but one size under it. They are very cheap. I mean, here we've got this one 139, 169 or 179 in rands. What they do, this one, you put the batteries in, comes with a pipe and a little air stone that's included in the price in the box. This is a manual option. So if the power goes off or you're transporting fish, you've got to be there. You turn it on and off manually. Depending what batteries you buy, it seems to last a couple of days. All right. So for the price, not bad. This is the exact same pump. The difference being is this is the DC auto pump. So what that does is you plug it into the mains, right, your power. Not that it uses power, only that it's only used for when the power goes off. It registers, there's a little computer chip in there that registers to the pump. It tells the pump the power's off, you need to get working. So that you don't have to be there. So it's a very cheap alternative to some of these big boys that we're going to go through now. The first of the proper, these are all lithium-ion pumps. The first of the proper lithium-ion pump is one that I'm quite a fan of, because I've been running this on my personal tank for about 2 years. All right. When I first got it, the battery lasted very long. We were looking at about 24 hours. All right. There's a few modes on it, but anyway, this one also switches over automatically, and it's even got a pulse option if you need it to last even longer. I just ran it continuously. As I say, when I first got it, lasted about a day. Now, yeah, geez, it's maybe 2 hours, which is still generally enough time, These are currently out of stock, basically. This is the last one, but I expect this to go, sometime today. Gives a good strong flow. So on here, this is a 2.8 watt, which is so it's got 2 outlets at 3 liters per outlet. So that's a pretty strong pump. I was using it in a quite a deep tank, where it needed a lot of pressure, and still did the job. So that's a good option. So let's just open this up, see what's in the box. Okay, so there you go. You got some pipes included, 2 pipes included, 2 air stones included. Little Chinese plug adapter, but that's actually your power supply. All right. This one, what's lacking about it is you've got USB, powered off USB. There should be, there's still power in here, so I'm not going to power that up just yet. But let's just run one of these so you guys can get an idea of how much airflow this actually puts out. And it's for a battery pump or a backup pump, it's surprisingly a lot, eh? Like, it's not bad. You don't really need more than this, especially as a backup. So this has still got some power in from the factory when it was charged. This is a bit kinked here, this pipe, but anyway, we'll still get a good idea of what's going on. Okay, here we go. You get the idea there. Alrighty. Now we move to the ones that I actually wanted to show you guys. We've got 2 big boy lithium-ion pumps that are actually very well priced. I've used this one myself. I'm going to give you a demonstration on how much air outflow it uses now. Big black box. Let's see. So this one looks pretty cool. I suppose not that it matters too much, but it certainly looks a part. So included in there was just the big battery air pump. There's a little sort of instruction manual, power supply. Now, one thing I noticed about this pump is that it took a hell of a long time to get this thing charged, all right? And I thought, wow, why does it take so long? But now I realize, because this pump, this SOBO A12F, that's the model number, I had this thing running for 142 hours, which is, I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I know we get power cuts in South Africa, but geez, like, you know, that longer than any power cut I've ever experienced. So it comes with a power supply. I know it's a funny thing to say it comes with power supply, but a lot of the products nowadays don't come with power supplies. But this should also still have a bit of charge in it, which we'll turn that on now. What I'm going to actually do is borrow, I see this one doesn't come with an air stone, so I'm just going to borrow one from the other pump so we can give you a display. Let's see what we can do. We're using the same pipe, same air stone, so you can get an idea of flow. Now the thing with this one, what I particularly like, besides the 142 hours that I got out of it, what I particularly like with this one is how quiet it is. You can barely, I promise you can barely hear this pump. The other little one that we're testing is also very quiet, but this is quieter, I can tell you, I can promise you. And gives quite a solid amount of airflow, as you can see. Although it is rated, I think it's a bit less. It was a little bit less per outlet. It's on here somewhere. Oh, 2x4.5. Okay. It's quite strong actually. Because when you feel it here, it doesn't feel like it's that powerful. But it's giving a good airflow. Impressive. 142 hours at that. Can't complain. Very well priced. So we've got this at 999. So $1,000. I'm impressed. There's a few buttons on the top. It gives you how much power is left in there. You can speed up the flow, so that's the max, and then you can cut it down as well. So there's on its minimum. It's quite a difference between flow there, and then also a button for power, and then that's also got a few modes, I believe. So it's got a touchpad at the top. Pretty cool. Okay, now we're going to move over this. Sorry, before I continue, I think this is the sweet spot in the range. For the price, very impressed though. Very impressed. Then we've got the final one, the A15D. So 12 was the previous one, 15 on this one. 15 is more than 12, so this should be more powerful. I believe this has got double the power. In the box also power supply and the pump itself. Also compact. Ooh, I've turned it on. Yeah, this one's much more powerful. And it gives you a few things on the display as well. So slightly smaller than the 12, but far more powerful. And I believe this has got a few more features on it. So let's plug this in. Whack it on here. Okay, so it makes more noise than the 12. So if you're looking for silence, go with the 12. All right, the black one. If you're looking for power, go with this one. Look at this. This thing's bubbling. 100%. So the screen that's on here, I'll zoom up here quickly now, but the screen that's on here is quite something. So it tells you overall power, what's left in the battery, the amount of air volume, so we've got 100% here. Battery level, quite a few things. It's got like a Wi-Fi thing there, don't know what that's about. So this, you can control it quite easily. So let's put it on its minimum. So minimum power 40%, that's on minimum now. So I'd say its minimum is about just shorter than this one's max. So for if you've got big cichlids or big what can we say, arowanas, Oscars, whatever, this would be the one to go for. Not quite sure on how long this one lasts. It doesn't give you an estimate, but it's very likely to be the same battery as that, just because of the bigger outflow. Maybe you're looking at half the time. But if that's 140 hours and this is 70, I mean, still fantastic. And obviously it's depending at what flow rate you use. If you're going to use it on its max, obviously it's not going to last as long. Let's crank it up. Whoa, 60, 70, 80, 100%. Yeah, this thing blasts, eh? This thing blasts. So the point of this video was obviously show you guys a few of the different air pumps, but you need to nowadays have one of these as a backup. You don't have to sit and stress about your tank anymore. A lot of these are automated. As the power goes off, they come on automatically. You don't have to sit there, oh, load shedding, load shedding. It kicks in straight away. You don't have to worry again. So like, I'd really recommend getting one of these. Majority of them are up on our webpage, aquaempire.net. The other thing is people worry about is when power goes off, the temperature goes down. But guys, I promise you, it takes hours and hours and hours for the tank temperature to go down because of the volume of the water. The bigger the tank, the longer it takes to go down. So heating is not as much of a concern. Surely if it goes for a day or two, yes, then it is of concern. But the main concern is ammonia caused by lack of circulation in your tank, lack of oxygen in your tank. So get an air pump and you don't have to stress about this load shedding anymore. Cool. Ciao.